Okay, so carrying on from interface design, I'm going to go through how to make a HUD for our game. So in our blueprints folder into interface, I'm going to make a new widget. Okay, so I'm going to right click, scroll down to the bottom, user interface, and then widget blueprint. And then I'm just going to call this HUD widget. There we go. I'm going to open that up. And again, I'm going to change the screen size to 1080, which is already at. So what I'm going to have here is I'm going to have an ammo count, and I'm also going to have a health bar. So I'm going to use a progress bar for my health count, and it's basically just a slider. If you can see under progress here, I can make it go up or I can go down. I can change the fill color if I wanted to, and under style I can change like the background image as well if I wanted to. You can also choose a fill image. I have another video on that on my YouTube channel, so if you want like bullet icons or something like that that decrease, you can also do it that way rather than just having a block color. So I'm going to resize this, leave it up in the top left hand corner, and I'm going to keep the anchor point up there as well. And I'm also going to have a text box, text block, that again is going to change to a counter, so it's going to have like start off with maybe 20 bullets, something like that. Just resize that, and we're going to have that anchored down the bottom right. So we are. So these two items are in here, but what I want to do is I kind of want to have text above them, just to denote, or beside them, just to denote what they are. So I can bring in a text box for these, and I'll call this one health. And I'll call this one ammo. And to keep in the same kind of style as the rest of our game, so like the HUD font style and stuff like that, I'm actually going to import a font. So to do that, what I want to do is, on my interface folder, is right click, scroll down the bottom, user interface, and you can see that there's a font here. In my Photoshop document, I knew I was using the show card Gothic, and I just got that off my computer. And what I do is I'm going to rename this just main font, and double click that. And basically what it wants you to do is add a font. So I'm going to add that, and I'm just going to click on this folder icon, and if I go into my desktop and I go to these assets, you can see I've got my show GTTF file, and so that's what it also takes an OTF file as well. You can download these from the internet. So open that up, save it, and then back in my widget, so my HUD widget, if I go to my health and if I go to font, I can choose main font, and it'll change it to that style of font that I had in my Photoshop document. Do the same for my ammo. So change main font. There we go. And I can also do it for this 20 as well. So I'll move both of these. Down here. So if I compile and save that, and then if I go to my main player, so blueprints, 2D side scroller character, what I want to have happen is find my event, begin play. I'm going to add another pin, and I'm going to pull off of this pin and just type in create widget. and I'm going to select my HUD widget. And then from that return value, I'm going to type in viewport and just add it to viewport. So if I press play now, I'll have my health and my ammo. Only thing is, you'll notice that it's not decreasing anything. So what we want to do is, we want to check how much health and ammo we have at the start off with. So we've got 100 health and 100 ammo. But if we go to our HUD, so interface, HUD widget, you notice that our health bar works on a 0 to 1 basis. Okay, it doesn't work to 100. But our ammo counter is okay. Okay, the text and that can change to 200 or to 100 if it wants. So what we want to do is we want to select this progress bar and we want to bind it. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to bind it to a value. So if I create binding, you can see that brings us to our graph editor. Okay, and what it's initially going to return is a value of 0. So we're going to work between, you know, 0 and 1. So we're going to have to take our 100 value, okay, and, you know, turn that into a value of either 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, and so on, up to 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click, type in character, get player character, pull out from this and just cast 2. You get to cast 2 2D side scroller character. Make sure I hook these up. What we're going to do is we're going to pull out from this here, we're going to type in health. So get health. We could plug this directly in here, but it's going to return a value of 100, which is too high. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this here, value pull out, we're going to get it float divided by float, so it's just a backslash, and we're going to divide it by 100. So if this is at 100 divided by 100, that would be 1. If this is at 20 divided by 100, that would be 0.2. So that should work. Compile. I'm just going to check how I am decreasing the health for my guy here. Health decrease is just working off the hitch button for now. So if I press play, full health, if I hit hitch, you can see it's decreasing. And you are dead. So we're going to do the same thing for the text. So we're going to select this number down here and we're going to bind it. So create binding. You can see it's returning a string, so that pink color is a string. So what we need to do is get our character again. So get player character, cast 2, 2D side scroller character, and we're going to get ammo. So pull out from that, get ammo, and then type in 2 string, I believe it is. So 2 string, yeah, so there we go. So what it's doing is it's taking this numerical value and turning it into a text value. Plug those in. In actual fact, maybe it will do it for us automatically. Yeah, it does. So compile, save that, press play. So you can see that we're starting off with 100 down the bottom. Every time I shoot, it's decreasing that. So that's the basics of how to set up your own HUD. That's working with like a health bar or an ammo bar. Again, like if you wanted to use your own images instead of the side scrolling bar here, you can do that. I've got another video on my YouTube channel, so just look out for that and I'll guide you through those steps.